Well, welcome to the next episode of Meh-chanic. This is going to be the December Holiday Shopping Gift Guide edition. So let's start with some ideas for the mechanic in your life. Probably one of the first gifts that you should consider for a mechanic holiday is the good old screwdriver. Now what we're looking at here is two of the traditional types of screwdrivers, one known as the plus and one known as the minus. So if you ask for a plus or a minus, and we recommend getting them in pairs, you'll be able to get something that is always useful because they have a tendency to wander away. Now, modern screwdrivers are also nice because they serve a dual purpose. The plus one, which is the closer one to us, has more of a pointed or tapered end, and that one can be used as a punch to make holes in things. And the one there a little further away, which we call the minus, that one there can be used as a chisel or a pry bar. And so if you get a particularly large one, they're a very effective pry bar. And so that always makes a great gift. Let's take a look at the next two possible options here. These are two different wrench designs. The one on top there is what you call a Co wrench, or a C and an O wrench, which is what you call them. So ask for a Co wrench. Now, the Co wrench, you'll notice, has two different ends. One there, which is the opened end, is designed for square nuts. And then the other one on the other end is designed for nuts that have lots of little points going around the outside. So it's a pretty rare type of nut that will work for, but sometimes when you need just that exact kind, that's what you'll use. Now, the Co wrench is unfortunately not as useful as the one that you see below it, which is a changeable wrench. And what's nice about that one is that you can adjust the width of the teeth there, and it will fit different size nuts. And that is much more effective because you can really tighten it down and get a good grip on a nut. So the Co wrench, unfortunately, limited in what it can do, not really as effective because it's not adjustable, and therefore you really can't get the right fit. But the adjustable wrench down below, you just turn that little wheel there and you're going to get yourself a great purchase on a particular nut, particularly for the ones that you can't get off. So a little more expensive, but you only need one as opposed to buying all kinds of those Co wrenches. So that's always the tool that people are looking for. Now this is always a great gift idea. And this right here is a sheet metal sample. And what it lets you do, kind of like when you go to the paint store and you can get those little swatches of paint and you can figure out what's going to match. Well, these right here are designed for people who do body work. So essentially, if you're going to be cutting out rusty parts of metal and replacing it with sheet metal, you can use these particular samples to match the sheet metal in your vehicle. And then rather than bringing your vehicle to the sheet metal store in order to find the appropriate thickness and type of sheet metal, you can just bring the right one of these. So if you happen to have somebody in your life that does a lot of sheet metal work and body repair, this is always a great choice. Not very expensive, but infinitely useful. This right here is probably the most commonly used tool in a garage. And this is the good old rubber mallet. So if the person in your garage does not have enough of these, they could always use more. And these are used for gently coaxing parts free or generally unsticking things. So you can never have too many of these. Well, I hope you've enjoyed some of the tips on this holiday buying guide, but as an extra treat, we also have some viewer mail. So this arrived in the mail today, so let's see what we have. Okay, first letter. Only letter, unfortunately. Dear Mechanic, your show is a festering pile of stupid, and I hope you die in a terrible car wreck. May you never taste fame or glory, and may your fans all contract a wasting disease. If I were trapped on a desert island with nothing to watch except your sad excuse for a show, I would poke out my eyes with a dull stick. Yours truly, the entire viewing audience. P.S. Please stop immediately and return to the sad existence you might call your pointless life. P.P.S. On second thought, please just die now, preferably on camera, so we can witness the joy of the end of your show. Well, thank you, Chad, for writing. Hope you enjoy the next episode. See you next week.